Okay, so what's this? I don't know how to read. What's this? Who's he? Oh no. You know in here movie house? They all get up. What in the actual movement is this? Oh,
Slumber
sleepovers.
parties. When I was a kid, slumber parties were marketed to us like these sacred rituals of girlhood. A strange and mysterious rite
Yep,
of passage
I know,
that all
go.
girls do. If there was a cartoon on TV that featured girls, there would always be a slumber party episode. And as a kid, I
That's
was
good.
fascinated by the concept. This Hollywood portrayal of what girls do
What's
when
this?
they band together in the
Oh hell no!
And don't get me wrong, I saw the hyper girliness of it all. Makeovers, boys, an
that
excessive amount
the
of giggling.
worst
But that was just the surface level. There was something else between the lines that felt mischievous. Wicked. But it wasn't really until adulthood that I finally figured out why. Tell me something.
Oh boy.
When you think of those time-honored traditional slumber
Yes,
party
no
activities, which ones come to mind? Perhaps the game where you stand in front of a mirror and summon an evil spirit? Bloody
What?
Mary! Bloody Mary! Bloody Mary!
Who's he?
Or is it the eloquent folding
Is
of
he
paper
alive?
to reveal the future? And the fortune teller says...
What?
Yes, you will be an author.
Eh?
Maybe it's the homemade potions you put on your face to make yourself more beautiful. And then a spoonful of
Wait
honey
a
and a dash
minute.
of ginger.
That sound like the
Or
worst.
perhaps it's performing levitation. Light as a
Wait,
feather,
what is
stiff as
this?
a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
This new.
Now, doesn't all of this sound like
Yes. That.
witchcraft?
Hey yo yeah. Oh hey you know.
I am pretty much convinced there's a weird parallel between slumber parties and witch gatherings.
I
To
think
me, there's just a
about
few too
a
many
whole
occult
thing.
themes hidden amongst the hair braiding
that
and
the
the pillow
demon
fights. Ghost, for example. They tend to
Ghost?
come up as a common theme at slumber parties, sometimes as ghost stories or scary movies. Now, my regulars on this channel know that I have an affinity for the idea of spectrals
Yeah.
and spirits, but
What is
my
this?
mega fans know that there's one spooky device that
Who's-
I will
what
not
do you
touch,
hate about?
and that would be a Ouija board.
Oh hey
Find
you
me
know.
playing with one of these things, even as commonplace as they are at slumber parties. Is there someone here with
My
us?
friends.
Nothing more girly
hey,
than
you
opening
know.
up a door to
It's
the
your
spirit
fault,
world and
actually.
provoking whatever's on the other
Oh,
side.
it's the old demon. Oh, okay. Good,
Bloody
good,
Mary
good,
is a very
good,
popular
good,
way
good,
of doing this
good,
too.
Good.
Most of us have heard of this classic childhood test of courage. It has many variations, but the basic idea is this. You get yourself a good old candle or flashlight, you stand in front of
What
a
is this?
mirror in the dark, you say Bloody Mary 3 times, and bada
Bloody
bing, bada
Mary?
boom, you got yourself a vengeful spirit in the mirror that may or
It's
may
a
not kill you.
demon!
Fun for the whole family. Now,
Yes,
if you
they're both
actually
in now.
see something in the mirror, what's most likely happening is a thing
Oh,
called
boy.
pareidolia,
I
where your
forgot.
brain tries to fill
I'm
in the
an
gaps when
entire-
given a vague stimulus.
Oh,
It's hard to
I
see
always
in the dim
forget that.
lighting, so your brain tries
You
to
have to
piece together
protect
something
them from
familiar. It's why people
demon
see faces in
monster
potato
bad
chips,
guys.
and why that crowd
What?
looks like a
You
duck.
think
We
we only
girls
handle
also
them?
like to practice
Yeah,
our fair share of
we have
fortune
a
telling at
feelings
slumber
only, but
parties.
only
We
they don't
have
have
many
powers.
devices to do so.
Solely
Paper
the
fortune tellers that we
anti-hole
used to call
holes
cootie
with
catchers
no
when I was
power.
a kid, magic
After
8
them, it
balls,
kills
the
them.
game MASH, which if you didn't
What is
know
this?
stands for mansion, apartment, shack, or house, and even the more modern game of Charlie Charlie is a take
Wait,
on
I know
a pretty
this.
old Spanish paper and pencil game called Juego de la Lapicera, also played by generations
Oh,
of
hell
girls
no.
trying to predict the future. Though I fully admit that despite my best efforts as a kid, I
let
don't
me
have
try
much
this.
clairvoyance. Never really saw the whole single workaholic YouTuber thing coming. Speaking of creepy old traditions meant for kids, I know most of us internet-dwelling mole people are aware of the supposedly dark origins of archaic rhymes like Ring Around the Rosie and Mary Mary Quite
What's it?
Contrary. But my
the
personal
hell?
favorite straight up slaps you in the
Wait,
face with
how
brutality.
did the X
no
come
pocket
alive?
Posey's poetic imagery here.
Is
I'm
it
talking
demons
about the
in it?
Lizzie Borden skip rope rhyme.
Who?
Lizzie Borden took
Wait
gas,
a minute.
gave
Is that blood?
her
Don't-
mother 40
I saw that guy.
when
What the
she
hell?
saw what she had done.
What's he did?
Gave her father 41.
Oh hell no! I think he
Now
killed
let's
his own
just
family.
contextualize this for a moment here. This
Lady?
would be like somebody making up a cheery little kid song about the
No,
Manson
no,
murders.
you're Winston.
And they say we're the twisted generation. So I can't make a video about
Let's
the
go
creepy
with
things little
blood.
girls do without mentioning
Oh,
our
what's that?
iconic toy. the doll.
Oh, yeah,
the
I
one toy
met
that has
two
documented
dolls.
cases of
So,
demonic
but it's a
possession.
robot.
And who else
No.
has dolls?
What?
Witches.
What's this?
Witches have
It's a
been using
warlock
dolls
in
called
this
puppets
video?
for centuries.
It's a warlock.
They're made of a lot of natural materials like carved root, potatoes, cloth,
Wait,
branches, and
this
they're used
sound like
to cast
on your
spells on people. Now,
flower.
admittedly,
Hell
little girls
no.
at slumber parties don't normally use their dolls for the dark arts.
I know one
But
of
these
them.
things do have a tendency to
long
make us feel
hair
uneasy sometimes,
and-
especially when they're in groups.
Is
And
it
I think a lot
Chucky?
of that has to do with the uncanny valley, in which an observer is more repulsed
hell?
by an
What the
inanimate
hell?
object the closer it resembles a human
What
being.
the hell?
Just bear in mind, that's
Wait,
what
is
little
that a
girls
human
have been
eye?
raised on for
Wait a mi-
centuries.
Oh, hell
The
you
last
know.
occult slumber party game that I
I've
want
been
to
there
talk
once.
about is one that I
It was a
never
killer
actually got to
doll.
do.
It's a
Light
doll.
as a feather,
Doll.
stiff as a board.
From YouTube.
This is the game where you supposedly
this?
make a member of your witch party levitate off the ground. One girl lies on her
Wait,
back
what?
while everyone else
Oh,
gathers
you
around
break your
and puts
legs,
one or two
woman?
fingers from each hand underneath her. Everyone
Is
chants
he
light
going
as a
to
feather,
be
stiff as a board several
okay?
times and then
Okay.
counts to 3. And on 3, everyone is able to lift her up relatively
What?
effortlessly with just their fingers.
DC
as though
can
she
do that
were
now?
Practically weightless.
Wait,
But
what?
do be careful with this spell, young witches. In the event you should
Okay.
drop your levitating friend,
I will
your
tell
powers won't be
my
advanced
sisters
enough to
don't
heal a
do
fractured spine.
wizard
Now, what's actually
stuff.
happening in this circumstance is simple science. With everyone lifting on 3, the
Science
weight is
still
evenly distributed, and
dogmatic.
fingers are a lot stronger than we give
Wait,
them
what
credit
they
for.
not do?
Myth
Like
busted.
flying powers.
I think I've made a pretty
Oh,
good case for
give
the
them
idea that we
powers
ladies
of
have all
wrestle
secretly
kind.
been raised as witches. But you know what? We
What
live
the
in modern
hell?
times. Everyone can be witches and have whatever kind of slumber party they
Not
want.
them,
Play the
because
spooky witch games or have a
witches-
last gamer standing smash
Yeah,
tournament.
do that.
Discuss anime, work
And
on a
that-
fursuit. Who
and
cares? No
a
rules.
fursuit?
Just what makes you and your friends happy as long as no one's getting hurt. For real, I don't
Happy?
want to get a letter from a lawyer because one of
What?
you dropped someone playing light as a feather. Got it? Lawyers use some real dark magic.
It's a
Anyways, my
demon!
Geeks and Creeps, thank you so much for tuning in, but now I gotta
guys?
tune out. Bye.
Not going after him because he's a demon. So, yeah.